The new year is upon us, and y'all, it's time to let your greatness shine so that you can elevate to get to your next. Hi, I'm Yolanda, and I'm a 29-year U.S. Army veteran and a champion for all things health and wellness. So let's get right into this. Y'all, I'm committed to staying mentally focused in 2023 for my overall personal wellness and well-being. You can also be focused too by utilizing these 5 strategies to strengthen your focus and concentration so that you can have greater productivity and so that you can execute and get things done. Number 1. Eliminate distractions. Unfortunately, we live in a world that has taught us so many ways to distract ourselves. In fact, most of us are pretty darn good at finding distractions and keeping ourselves busy. But those distractions are not always productive. In fact, a lot of times they're counterproductive to what we need to get done. And there's a big difference between being occasionally distracted and constantly procrastinating. Now, procrastination is a whole nother topic for another video, but we allow to have these distractions because they make us feel comfortable. They could be entertaining. They could be fun. But when they get in the way of your progress and your productivity, then it seriously hurts your chances of achieving your goals. We can easily get distracted because of the constant stream of digital technology and media that's vying for our time and our attention. And I tell you, for me, there are times I've let that phone distract me in so many ways. Just being on the internet, being on social media, checking on notifications. And then I end up procrastinating and doing those things that have no value or not relevant to what I need to get done for the day. We have to learn how to shut down, turn off, and just eliminate those digital distractions. So for me, not just turning off notifications, but that means just turning off my phone completely. That means putting it somewhere else. It also means setting and enforcing boundaries. I have to tell people, hey, do not mess with me or contact me during this time. Even if you have kids in the house, your husband, pets, you have to figure out a way that you can really control that time so you can eliminate anything that will keep you from completing the task at hand. Number 2, you have to be intentional. That means having focused intentionality about your daily tasks by prioritizing the things that matter, to do those things first, and to make sure that you have a strategy on getting them done. You have to set clear, smart goals for the things that you need to do and decide what you're going to accomplish before you even begin the task. And when I say decide, you have to know what is the end goal, the outcome. Resources do you need to complete it? What milestones you need to put in place that'll keep you on track. Now, when you're intentional and you really put focus, intentionality behind what you need to accomplish, then you're able to concentrate and focus on getting that mission, that task done and completing it before you move on to something else. And that will help you to really not focus on those distractions. Number 3, make sure that you schedule your difficult tasks at optimum times and use a timer. Now, most of us have optimum times throughout the day when we're really focused. Now, when possible, schedule those tasks that require your intense concentration during those times. Normally in the morning, early in the morning, or at night is when I'm really focused and where my concentration is really on point. But normally it's in that mid-range of the day that's when I really start to, get distracted or my mind start going other places. And so I know, like, for me, when I'm talking about prioritizing tasks, I'm not just talking about work. I'm talking about in general. It means just, early in the morning, I need to do certain things as part of my morning routine that's a priority for me, that will be beneficial for me throughout the day to help me to stay focused and to concentrate. And that's getting up and having my morning routine of praying, meditating, working out, doing my affirmations, reading something inspirational. All those things are so important. Then as far as my work and everything is concerned, prioritizing again those things that I need or must get done as early as possible before I start working on something that's not important. Maybe it's not something that's due right then in the moment. It's not due that day. You have to know and prioritize and really be intentional about what you need to do so that you can stay focused, that your mind can be in the present moment, that is at hand, so that you can get it done. Now, number 4, practice focusing and mindful activities daily. Concentration and focus are skills that you gain with practice. One way to avoid being distracted is to be good at focusing on your daily tasks, your routines, and conversations. And what I mean by that, when you really think about it, we're either focused or distracted every moment of the day. So take time to focus on even little simple tasks that we do every single day, like brushing your teeth, eating, driving. So really be mindful and in the present moment to really focus on what you're doing on every single task that you do. It's all about practicing how to concentrate and be focused. Now, the next thing is practicing and incorporating healthy mindfulness activities and habits in your habits and behaviors in your daily lives. Now, many scientific studies have proven that practicing mindfulness can bring us a variety of positive psychological, mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, social benefits, everything. When you think about it, it's a holistic approach when we talk about mindfulness. The key with mindfulness is, again, to be intentional, be committed and consistent with your practice so that it will help you to stay focused and help you be in the present moment. Number 5, take breaks. Most people cannot focus intently for hours at a time, even though we try to. The brain itself is not hardwired to do that. Therefore, taking breaks is critical to your productivity and essentially for your health and your well-being, because it helps you to avoid that burnout, to avoid being overwhelmed, being exhausted. And research has shown that people who take regular breaks are much more productive and better able to focus than those that don't. So, how often should you take a break? Well, some people find that taking a 5-minute break every 30 minutes gives them a chance to regroup, to reset, to refocus on the task at hand. And this strategy can be especially helpful if you're working on something that requires you to really have intense concentration. It's also great if you tend to get easily distracted by little things, like I said, that mail, like notifications on your phone or social media updates. That way if you're taking breaks, you can kind of like train yourself that, hey, if I take a break at this time, this is when I'll go and check the phone or do what I need to do so that it doesn't interfere while I'm actually working. What works best for me is I like to take 10-minute breaks every hour. So I'll work for 50 minutes, then 10 minutes I do a break. That way I could get up, I can stretch, I can go outside, get some fresh air, because that's so important to get that vitamin D going, to get outside. You really get refreshed. Just stretch, exercise. It may be more than 10 minutes. Whatever I need to do, like I said, to reset, regroup, get my mind all right. So then I can come back and really be focused and in the present moment to complete whatever that task may be. So I can get it done and then move on to the next thing. It's all about your personal wellness and your well-being. Those are the 5 strategies that I'm using to stay mentally focused in 2023, and I hope you will too. If you enjoyed this video, let me know by hitting that like button for me and subscribe. Also, check out my video on 5 daily mindfulness habits that you can do in 2023. Until then, make you, your star player, a top priority and elevate to wellness. Peace, blessings, and love.